Hey everybody, Doug Reynolds here, your Sacramento Area Realtor. And this is your monthly market video update for the end of February and the beginning of March 2014. So the stats came out and it actually was a pretty typical January. The median sales price, it went down from $250,000 in December to $242,000 in January. It's pretty common, pretty typical for our median sales price to drop a little bit in January compared to December. And then also the sales dropped pretty significantly, but that's common as well. The sales that closed escrow in December were 1,294, so almost 1,300 sales in December, and then in January it dropped down to 978. So that was a 24.4% drop. That seems really significant, but if you go back and look at the history of January closings, historically they close at a much lower rate than the month before in December. What happens is people that are in escrow in October and November, they're pushing really hard to make sure they get the sale closed before the end of the year there. But then in January, those sales that are closing, those are coming from November and December, and that's when you've got your Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, Christmas, all the holidays rolled in there. So there's not a lot of home buyers out there, so that's why historically there's not a lot of sales occurring in January, because the buyers weren't out there in the months before. And then our new inventory actually went up a tiny bit, went up from 1,836 to 1,932. So because of that, our months worth of inventory increased. It went from 1.4 months to 2 months worth of inventory. But 2 months of inventory, we've talked about this before, is still historically very low. It's still on the seller's side of a seller's market. So, you know, we're still kind of working this out to get to this balanced market. It's kind of there, but not quite there. But typical January numbers where you have a drop off in the number of sales happening, as well as the median kind of dropping a little bit there as well too. So looking forward, I think we're going to continue to keep bouncing around. I've been saying this for a few months. The median is going to go up a little bit, down a little bit, up a little bit, down a little bit, and that's what we're having here. It's been happening the last few months. I think that'll continue for the next few months moving forward. One thing real quick I just want to talk about. Right now there seems to be this big gap in the market. The homes that come on the market and they're priced well and they look really nice. They've been fixed up. The sellers took the time to really clean up the house. They did maybe a few fixes around the property. They maybe staged it real well and things like that. Those homes, they're selling very fast with multiple offers right now. Okay, if they've got the combination of being priced right, showing well, and marketed well, those homes are selling quickly. But then there's this huge gap where when you get to the other end of the spectrum, the houses that are not very attractive, or they're just priced too high, or there's some sort of flaw with them. They either have a locational flaw, backing to a busy street, or they're on a busy street, or something, whatever it may be. Those properties are just sitting on the market, and there's not much in between there. It's either selling really fast with a lot of action, or there's just this big gap where homes are just sitting on the market for a very long time, and they're just kind of what's left over. There's kind of the blah, you know, that's out there. So there's this interesting gap that's occurring that we haven't had for the last couple of years going on in the market. So I'll keep an eye on that. I'll keep you updated on what's going on, see if that gap starts to close, or if it fills in there. It's just kind of an interesting characteristic that's going on in the market right now. But anyways, that's the video update for the month. If you'd like to connect with me, you can find all my information buywithdoug.com or sellwithdoug.com. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can follow my blog, sacramentorealestateblog.com. And you can also like my Facebook business page to get tons of great updated information about Sacramento area market. If you're a buyer or a seller out there, feel free to reach out to me. Look forward to hearing from you and working with you in the months to come. So have a great month and clear skies.